Hello, everybody, and welcome to your regular 2v2 Rewind Gaming Showdown with an irregular caster. You got myself, Dave Forehead, here on the mic. You can call me Forehead, though. It's okay. It's all good. We keep it casual here. And with me, to sort of hold my hand to this Rewind Gaming introduction, we have Cornish Pirate, as always.
All right, hello guys, and I know what you're thinking. The Irish have appeared. I apologise. He was the best we could get, but he's very Irish and he's very talented.
Don't worry, I am very enthusiastic. I'll try not to take offense to that. It's okay. We're all good. We're all good. We have, as you can see on screen, we have Team Solace United in the blue, featuring Extreme and Seeb. And on the other side, we have IDK with Zevo and Frosted. So, Cornish Pirate, as a beginner here, as a newbie to the Rerun gaming scene here, what kind of stuff can we expect from these guys tonight?
Well, this is all going for me because I've never seen these guys play before. But just going by like previous Rewind gaming standards for tournaments, it's going to be good. I mean, IDK, they won their first game 2-0 pretty comfortably against a pair from Denmark. So, and also you've got Zevo, who is a German player, and the German players are particularly strong, especially the Rewind ones.
Okay, that's a good start. I mean, hopefully we can see some more of that today. That'll be an interesting reputation. See if they can hold on to that. So I think we'll have to have a close eye on Zevo during this matchup. I mean, I'm really excited for this. I think this hopefully should be a really, really good match. I'm hoping we see some really high level stuff here. It's what you guys do best. I've seen some of the VODs. I've been jealous that I haven't been able to cast till now, and it does look great. So I mean, it's really interesting, and it's funny as well. Twos tournaments, not something that we see all the time. You know, it's something a little bit unique, something a little bit different to switch it up, and it's so different tactically to threes. Is that something we see often that people struggle with from time to time?
Yes, definitely. In 2v2s in this tournament, it's sort of, you got that blend of you can get that team play from the 3v3s, but you also get the individual play from the 1v1s. And you often see those 1v1 plays coming out in the 2v2s because you can't always risk the team plays from the 3v3 because you've got no defender when that happens. So if something goes wrong, that's it, you concede. And that is what's great about 2v2s. It's 3v3s, but with a lot more pace.
Yeah, that's a very fair point. I think 2v2 is sort of the ultimate blend between the 1v1, the individual, and the pure raw mechanical skill. And then on the opposite side, you got the 3v3 and the teamwork and the team chemistry. And it should be... I always think 2v2 is really interesting to watch. I admire the guys big time who can play 2v2 well because it shows that they really do have the perfect balance of mechanics and team chemistry down. And one thing I like about 2s as well is it really encourages you to find a teammate you'll play for a long time with. It really encourages you to find someone you'll stick with and try and get better together.
It's not just somebody who'll sort of stick with you, it's somebody who you work well with. Because when you get two players that work well together in 2v2s, it is great to see as well. Actually, the other thing I really like about 2v2s, it's you still get that individual ability where you can just carry your team. You don't get that so much in 3v3s. You're a lot more reliant on having a good all-round team. 2v2s, you get that one good player, that one sort of angel, and suddenly things start going special.
That's a very good point too, actually. There's definitely that sort of carry ability, so to speak. It lets the individual really have their star moment. It's the one thing that I always find is a little bit disappointing about threes is even if you know there's one incredibly good player, they'll have one bright spark in maybe the full game. Maybe not that, but maybe at least, every 1 minute. In 2v2s, it's go, go, go. You're either attacking the ball or you're defending the goal. There's always something to do, and if you are a genuinely very good, high-quality player, there will always be something for you to do and always some way which you can show off your ability.
Yeah. I think, do we have the 4 players in at the moment? All right, all 4 players are here. So, Forehead, are we ready?
We are indeed very, very ready to go. I am so excited. This will be my first Rewind game, your guys' first Rewind game of the night. Solace United versus IDK with the joining in now. Seeb with the classic Uganda Knuckles as the logo. I respect that.
Do you know what? I don't. I'm not a guy who likes memes. He's already my least favorite player on the pitch.
All right. Let's try not to be biased. Let's try to keep it neutral for now. We are underway. The countdown going down as always. This first kickoff is going to be interesting. It could be a decider. Very dominant from Seeb. I'm 99.9% boosted. Able to get that one away. I'm going to have to call him boosted for the moment because there's no other easy term. But I respect the dominance already, coming in strong, which is nice. A very well designed car.
Yep, that was so close. Great save by Zevo to get back in time. And also, I do believe I'm 99% boosted. Is Frosted.
Okay.
Just with the awkward name change.
That's a good call. I'll start calling him Frosted from now on. And as speaking of Frosted, he went up to 50 that with Extreme. Doesn't work, and it's a good shot on target too. Zevo, I don't even know if he got the save. I think it was the tiniest bit wide. Seeb with another good chance. At TSU right now, Team Solus United with a lot of pressure to start off this match.
Yeah, it's just nice to see they're keeping that goal pressure on, not letting IDK out and having any chances at the moment. It's quite hard to build up anything when you're just on your goal line all the time.
Yeah, that's a good point. Team Solus United doing well so far. They look like they have the rotations in order. They have that little bit of chemistry and communication going. We'll see now. Can IDK get anything going for themselves? Again though, that ball being pushed back into the orange half. That's a great pass too. Frosted getting up nice and early. Can't quite get a counter attack going, but we'll see. Will these guys be able to maintain a little bit of pressure? And in fact, as I say that, it's gone. And Extreme managed to knock it down the other end. And so far, it really is looking like a strong showing from this blue side.
Let's say Solus United, they're having a lot of possession, they're getting the sort of the half chances, but they're just not making anything of them at all. And I mean, it's still only 3 shots from all that possession they've had. You'd expect maybe a bit more.
Yeah, it's a fair point. They do look like they're all over these guys at the moment, but no shots so far, and goals win games, so they're going to need to take a few more shots. However, that's a poor touch from Frosted right now. Can Steve get that on target? No, he can't. Is there a teammate involved? Frosted just gets there ahead of Extreme, and IDK hang on, and it stays 0-0.
Oh, you've got to score those empty goal. There we go. There's the goal that the blue team are looking for. Solus United 1-0 up.
Yeah, Solus United really on the front foot right now, taking the game to IDK, and eventually all that pressure and possibly a little bit of boost starving too really does pay dividends.
IDK just learning that you can't continuously make mistakes and get away with it. They got away with like the first 5, I think.
Yeah, that was a much better kickoff though. Frosted looks for a fake. It doesn't happen. Extreme. Very, very patient on that goal line. He did so well there just to wait for that ball.
It's a bit of a mistake by the attacker there. Should have gone a bit more aggressive in.
Yeah, we'll have to see how Team Solus United. They got a good chance here. And that is going to be 2-0 to Team Solus United.
Oh, it's just that continuous pressure, keeping the orange team on their toes. Boosted misses the ball. Zevo, he gets a little touch on it, but it only helps it to Zeb, who just punishes him straight to the back of the net at 2-0 to Solus United.
Yeah, a bit unlucky from Zevo. I think he had enough to clear it away, but then Seb ready for the dunk, and he makes it 2-0. That's a good flick though to start things off. Notice that the one thing ITK probably have in their favour are the kickoffs right now. Frosted going for something very acrobatic, very spectacular. Nearly worked out from 2. Zevo trying a ceiling shot, doesn't really pay off from though. Frosted just clears it away for now.
A lot of nothing hits coming out of IDK. Sort of you go up for the aerial and it's just you miss it. You go up for a big clear and you just pass it to the other team. It's just you need to play a better percentage game.
Oh, Zevo's missed that. This could be a chance right now. Off the backboard, is anyone there? Frosted just about gets it away. Extreme didn't want to gamble, didn't go for it. It was probably the smart decision in the end. He still keeps up on the orange half though. This could be just a little bit of danger, but Zevo has himself a bit of time. He's going to go for the ceiling shot too. This could be something special. He looks like he's got it. Ooh, that's a nice try.
It's like both blue players just sat in the goal line waiting for the ball to appear. And it goes wide. You've got to at least make the keeper make a save.
Yeah, it's a good point. It was a spectacular effort, and I respect the ambition big time. But unfortunately, it didn't quite work. Extreme in a ceiling shot of his own. What a save from Zevo. Seb is there. Off the backboard. Can he go again? Zevo able to clear it off the backboard. And Extreme now is going to put it wide, but not very hard. Frosted with the boost steal, but doesn't get a touch on the ball actually. Extreme with a chance just to get that ball away. And Frosted going to take control of the ball, but relieve all that pressure that they started to build right now.
Both these teams are going for those very flashy aerials, but Seb Eve's a bit too quick for Zevo for that one.
Yeah, classic curse of the commentator. Just as you say that, Steve gets a simple aerial, and that is 3-0 to Team Solus United.
It comes back to, I was saying, the game with these flashy aerials, you do not need to do the flashy aerials. 99% boosted, he just gave the ball straight to Solus United, and they scored from it. It's just like, you don't need to do that.
Yeah, it's a good point. It just looks like more than anything else, IDK are unable to keep control of the ball. It looks like Team Solus United are able to have shot after shot after shot, whereas IDK just get one at a time, and it's really not helping them out right now.
Yeah, it's a lot of Rocket League, just continuous pressure wearing down the defences.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll have to see, can IDK make anything happen? 20 seconds left and 3 goals required. It's a big ask. Don't forget, it's a best of 3 as per usual. So we'll have to see how this plays out. These last 10 seconds, the counter goes down. See, with an air dribble, doesn't work. Extreme, that's a good shot, and it's on target. That is going to be 4-0 to the Blue and Team Solus United.
That's why you've got to clear it out to this size. No boosters didn't really have much chance there. If it's straight down the middle, there's always going to be an attacker there waiting unless they've massively overcommitted. Solus United playing the percentage and punishing.
Yeah. Team Solus United. Oh, both teams fake! Oh, that was brilliant. Oh, I love it when that happens. Very, very unlucky, I suppose, because both of them, it was a good idea, you know, last kickoff of the game to just go for fake, see what happens. But, yeah, at this occasion, they nullify each other out. That ball hits the ground, and this first game goes to Team Solus United. Yeah,
very, very deserved by Solus United. They played the smart game, and IDK, they really didn't. And I feel like IDK need to stop changing their names halfway through the game.
Yeah, that is fair. That is a very fair point. Just a little bit of a distraction more than anything else. It's really not going to help them kind of overanalyzing things. But I think almost a little bit on what we said before. We saw the brilliant. I think everyone on that pitch is a very good individual player. But Solus United really played like a team, like the name suggests, a team Solus United, and they were able to rotate better. They always had one person challenging the ball at the right time. And they were just very, very clever about when they challenged, when they didn't. And I think that really gave them the edge that game.
Yeah, and I think IDK, there was no flair. There was nothing special. They did all these fancy things, trying to clear the balls. Like, that is when you don't do anything fancy. If you're just trying to get the ball down the other end, you just play it simply. You hit it hard, or maybe you take a simple dribble, just run up the pitch. Anything fancy at your end of the pitch is going to go wrong. Yeah,
that's a very fair point. One thing I'd like to say in defense of IDK, as someone personally who plays the breakout, now I know I might get abused for that. I played the breakout. I'm happy to admit that. I respect the fact that they played Dominus as last game. I think they might have changed to Octane, and I'm a smidge disappointed, I'm not going to lie. But I'm proud to see the Dominus out in force. It looks like there's a change-up, and maybe that could be the slight change they need tonight.
Cars, to me, is just one of those things where it seems like all the top players use the Octane, so everybody else decides to use the Octane. It's like, it feels like they don't make the decision for themselves. They just do what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, that is definitely an argument against the Octane. But for right now, we got a match on our hands with 4 Octanes, and it looks like a little bit of repeat of before. Team Solus United just playing very smartly right now, keeping the ball in the orange half for now.
Say Solus United, they really don't have to do anything special. They just work down the other team very slowly and very calmly.
Yeah, it's very good. But one thing I am noticing about these guys at the moment is they seem to have one guy very deep and one guy challenging the ball, rather than the slightly flatter diagonal thing. Ooh, as I say that, apologies. That was a very, very nice challenge. And actually, we might have another chance here. Zevo, who has changed his name, we're on board with him. He has a chance right here. Team Solus United really looking under pressure for once. And again, so calmly get it away. Extreme with no boost, still able to get that ball into the orange corner. It's a nice pinch too.
I think the Solus United, they're seeing that one guy very deep and just accepting that the other team, they're not anything special in attack at the moment. And it's just allowing them to just play how they want, and they're almost choosing the pace of the game.
Yeah, I think there could be a bit of that. I think there could be maybe a bit more relaxed, a bit confident after the last game, but maybe they shouldn't. Frosted, a very nice attempt on goal. He's coming at it from a difficult angle, didn't quite work out for him. See what Extreme can do. He flicks it off the wall. See, not willing to challenge that one just yet, playing the patient game. And, you know, for all our criticisms of IDK, we are now 2 minutes into the game, and it's 1-0. And that's a very nice try from Frosted too. I definitely think IDK could sneak this one.
Oh, you know, you're saying Social United had that one player sitting back a lot. I feel like that's really hurting them this game. IDK, it's a goal onto the crossbar twice by Seb. But I say it's hurting them at the moment because they haven't had the possession or the position on the pitch. But it doesn't matter because they score anyway.
Well, I mean, maybe your advice came true there. The one time two of them got very close to that orange goal. Fantastic cross from Extreme. And see there with the pinch, smashes it into that top corner. That's going to be 1-0.
It came down to a 2v1 as well, because Boosted, he was off to get boost, and 2 against 1, you just use one player to take out the other. Empty goal. And empty goal again.
Yeah, really, really dominant kick-off from Extreme. We saw him do this in the first game, and he's done it again. See, backing them up, and that is going to be 2-0 to Team Solace United. Maybe they've just kind of switched on a little bit. Maybe they're ready to go.
You're saying that Solace United switched on, but IDK definitely switched on in defence. They're doing so well for the first 2 minutes. And then it's suddenly just like, boom, they're gone, and they're 2-0 down, and it's almost all over.
Yeah, it's a fair point. Zevo with a nice touch off the ceiling. It didn't quite work. And then Frosted smash off the back, but this is dangerous. See, just about gets the touch away. And Team Solace United keep that clean sheet for now.
Past that halfway mark as well. It's IDK, they're still going out fighting. They need to get more pressure. That is what we wanted as well. Every time I talk, there's a goal.
Yeah, really well played from IDK. They really went and challenged us. The two Team Solace United guys, too slow to challenge that. Frosted there very, very quickly. And they're bringing this game back. That is their first goal of the series. And maybe it'll just push them to do a little bit more.
They really need it as well. They have been doing a lot more aggression this game as well. And it's getting them somewhere.
That's a nice touch from Extreme and a very good save from Zevo too. We'll see how these guys can get it away. It looks like they're panicking just a little bit though. They know they're in with a shout right now, and they know if they lose this game, they are out. So there's a little bit of danger on the line for these guys in orange, Team IDK. That's well played from Zevo. Takes it past one. Tries to give it to his teammate. Backs out though. There's a dribble on here. Is he going to flick it? He pops it up once. Pops it. Doesn't pop it a second time. Tries to push it under. Doesn't work. And actually, Team Solace United could really be on the attack right now.
That IDK attack, it was good until they then stopped moving. It's like, you've got to keep the speed going on that dribble. You slow down too much and it gives the defender way too much time.
Zevo with a nice attempt. Another ceiling shot. He likes the ceiling shots, but they're not always the best. They're not always the quickest way to get there. And that's a nice shot. Well played from Frosted to back up his teammate.
Oh, Extreme not clearing his lines well enough. He only gets it just outside the box. Straight into the middle. Great link up between the two IDK players. And they find themselves, they've leveled themselves up. They're doing pretty well.
Yeah, really nice play from IDK. They do finally get themselves on level terms with Team Solace United. This is dangerous though. It's a good challenge from Frosted. And with a minute left, this could go either way. But Zevo missing challenges like that, it's not going to help them out. We'll see what he can do here. Frosted off the ceiling to his teammate. Seeb cuts it out though. But IDK looking more and more in the zone as this game goes on.
Oh, big
what a bump from Seeb. Extreme going to follow it up. And that is one of the more calculated goals that we'll ever see.
That is a game-winning aerial bump. See, he thinks not going for the ball. He just spots plenty out. It's like, just go for him. He's the last guy back. Takes him out of the game. And it gives so much space for Steve just to run straight out and put it in there. Not Steve, even Extreme.
Oh my, what a fantastic bump that was from Seeb. I don't think I'll ever see anything like that again. It was so accurate, so high up in the air. But we now have a complete reverse. Frosted off the crossbar now.
Oh, you've got to score those.
Oh, it's Seeb. Did Seeb just come off his own goal roof?
That was an unorthodox save. Very casual. Oh, an Extreme.
Oh my god.
This game just went from 0 to 100 very quickly.
Yeah, Team Solace United really bringing out the style. Seeb with the save at first, and then Extreme with the ceiling shot. The first one that properly connected this matchup. And woo, what a play that was. 24 seconds left. Will we see anything like it again?
Oh, and IDK, they worked so hard to get back into the game. And it's over for them, really. They're not going to score 2 goals in 15 seconds. No, they're not going to score 3 goals in the 15 seconds.
Yeah, again, just IDK played the sort of slow way that they did at the very start of the game. Frosted caught out by that bounce, and maybe with a little boost, and it just goes downhill for those guys, unfortunately.
Yeah, and with Solace United, they disappeared. They came back, and they're going to win this one clearly.
Yeah, well done to Team Solace United, doing very, very well to convincingly get themselves into the next round of this Rewind Gaming tournament. Ball hits the ground. We see Solace United go up as our winner once again, and well played to those guys.
Yeah, great job by Solace United. There was a slow spot in the middle where IDK came back in. They worked hard to get those 2 goals, and then Solace United just started pulling amazing goals out of nowhere. It was great to see.
Yeah, really, really played. And I mean, to be fair to the IDK guys, they definitely turned up in that second game. They definitely played a bit better, and they showed what they're capable of. They just couldn't maintain it for a full series, and I think that's really what let them down more than anything else.
Actually, yeah, we saw it halfway through as well. The IDK players, they're both freestylers, so that's where you're getting all those flashy sort of aerials where they're trying to go for, and it's their style of play, I feel, that let them down. Freestyle is not a competitive play style for me.
I would agree. It takes a lot of boost and a lot of extra movement. You know, you don't always go in straight lines. You kind of go around, and you take longer to get to the ball. So unfortunately, if those guys are kind of more serious freestylers in a way, it won't help them in tournament situations like that.
Very so. But just remember as well, guys, there is donations. Actually, no, we don't have the codes for this one. We have the codes for the 3v3s. But if you still wish to donate to the winners and potentially runners up of this tournament, if we get enough money together, there is the standard Matcherino in chat, where you just do !Matcherino, and it's also got all the links at the side you can see there. Contribute to the RG 2v2 showdown at hashtag 17.
Yeah, that's a very, very good point. You know, being the Rewind beginner that I am, I completely forgot to mention that. So very, very well said, Corn. You may need to keep me on my toes and point that out 1 or 2 more times throughout the night. But a really good start. Really good start. And we will see you guys in a couple of minutes. Thank you very much for watching, and see you shortly.
just words could ever say. And what my heart has heard, well, it takes my breath away.
Hello everybody, we are back. We are about to watch Time for Tea versus Here for Bangers. Those names have been slightly abbreviated. I'll give you the full names, apologies. Is it Time for Tea versus We Came Here to Hit Bangers? And you know what, Corn? I'm hoping to see some real bangers in this next match.
For me, they're just so British names when I first saw them. Because I'm like, Here for Bangers. It's like, does that mean bangers and mash? And Time for Tea. Well, tea is like the only British thing we have.
No. Bangers mean multiple things. Allow me, as a non-English person, to explain very briefly. Bangers really just means very, very hard shots into the opposition net. And I wonder, is that maybe just a tiny amount of intimidation factor coming in? Or is it just a comedy name?
I think it's just a comedy name. They're here to hit bangers. They're not going to just do anything sort of simple. They're not going to just poke it in the back of the net. They're going to score from their own goal line.
Yeah, well, I really hope so. That'd be something spectacular if you called it. But it really should be. Apologies. It really should be a good matchup here today. We saw in the last match there was some pretty high quality stuff. We are now into the next round. We are into the quarterfinals of this 2v2 Week 17 Showdown, and you know this is surely when the good stuff starts to happen. This is surely when we start to see the real players come out.
Yes, it is. And I mean, we've got 4 outstanding players in this game. 2 of them are going to have to leave. But for Is It Time for Tea, they've got Paradino and Breezy. Paradino is he's been around the block a few times. He has won the 2v2 and 3v3 tournament in Rewind. And on the other team, you've just got Ixo and OSM. They're not pushovers at all.
No, 2 fairly big names in Rocket League, it has to be said. So I'm really excited. We Came to Hit Bangers really could live up to their name with that lineup of OSM and Ixo. Could be something special. Paradino, though, or Dinu, if he really is as good as you make out to be, you know, the 2-time winner here so far at Rewind, then I'm sure he's paired himself with an equally superior player. And yeah, this could be a really, really entertaining matchup.
It should be, but I think we're ready to get going. And just to say as well, both teams, they have 1 Brit and 1 Scandinavian. So it's an interesting lineup.
Yeah, it is funny how things work out, but we are certainly ready to go. The guys have joined in. The countdown about to kick off as per usual. Any predictions you want to make?
I don't want to pick either team. I think they're both great.
In that case, let's get into it. That is a very good kickoff from OSM to start with, plugging his Twitch too. I can respect that. As a fellow broadcaster, I understand he's trying to get his name out there in the world. It's a good clear from Ixo to start off. We Came Here to Hit Bangers. OSM, not as much of a banger as I'd like. I'll start with no, I promise, but not quite as great as I expected. Paradino with a good clear too, but this ball staying in the blue half for now. Breezy, very nice ball control so far. Gets a past 1 and Paradino there help him out. A shot off the wall too. Ixo comes across, simple as you like, and it's definitely We Came Here to Hit Bangers' turn to attack. But actually, Is It Time for Tea? They go for another one. Breezy can't fall on top of that, unfortunately. OSM trying to bring it down to his teammate. It's a good shot from Paradino. Very good save from Ixo. Really, really, really good positioning there, Corey.
Oh, yeah, it was a great shot, but I just say, this first minute, it's been a very polite first minute. It's almost like both teams like, oh, is it your turn to shoot? No, you go first, Need more demos like that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. You say that, and then of course, classic curse the commentator, a demo kicks in. Paradino going up in the air very early. Shot on target. Looks for the dunk too. It didn't quite work out. Good save from OSM. Breezy, unable to challenge that Ixo. Might get a counter attack on here. Breezy. Oh, that's not how you want to defend it.
The bat explosion as well. Look at this from Ixo. Picks up the ball. Breezy, he almost helps him. It just gets caught between everybody there, really. Not great defending, and here for bangers. Well, it wasn't really a banger, but they're 1-0 up.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I have to say is I completely understand where Ixo's... Oh, Ixo. Well done him. It looks like Breezy and Paradino are not having a fantastic game, in particular Breezy, and that's not going to help them around.
Yeah, rule one's of kickoffs. Unless you're doing a fake kickoff, you have to hit the ball. Breezy, he just took off at that wrong angle and missed the ball. Ixo, thank you very much. Still not a banger, but it's 2-0 lead.
Yeah, we're here for bangers, looking very dominant on the kickoffs. Good flick from Paradino. Can't go again though. Ixo's up too quickly for him. And let's see now. Is it time for T? Just get a bit of pressure on right now. OSM gonna go for a double touch in the air. Not quite happening on that occasion. Paradino more than aware for it and gets that one away. Breezy, that's a risky touch. OSM's there. Oh, good shot off the crossbar. Ixo keeping it there. OSM going off the blue backward. That could have been something special.
And say, here for bangers, they're doing a good job to keep this pressure up, because time for tea, they're not just like letting them come at them. It's just they're making them work, and it's still a pretty even game considering there are 2 goals in it that came from nowhere.
Yeah, they are sticking in, and they definitely haven't given up. It's nice to see there's no kind of tilt factors, I like to say, with these guys. They're definitely up for the challenge right now, and it's another good block from Paradino. See where Breezy can take this. OSM pinching off the wall. Ixo's up. This could be dangerous. Paradino with a good save, and OSM not really in a great position to capitalise from that weak play.
I quite like what Breezy did there in his defence. He knew he could have taken the ball off to the side, but he takes his time. Oh, that's just gone straight in. It's getting closer to a banger. So
well played. This is high level 2v2. OSM with the dunk, then trusts his teammate to knock that on target. Maybe a possible chance to save it, but so well played from Ixo and OSM. 3-0 to we're here to hit bangers.
Let's say so. Ixo, he saw that really early, and that's something that separates sort of the good from the bad players. He spotted what was going on, and he flew from his own box basically to score that one.
Yeah, Paradino not able to get there. Breezy able to get it away so far, but it's a good demo from Ixo, and a good dunk too. Is OSM around? Yes, he is. Paradino just gets there ahead of him. That was really a dangerous moment for. Is it another D?
It's just not. Oh wait, no, it is happening this time. Breezy, he just got that inside post after Paradino probably should have scored that. Maybe Ixo could have made a save, of course.
Yeah, very nice stuff from those guys, bringing it back. And 3-1 now. There's definitely still a chance. A minute 42. That is definitely enough time to get the goals. The question is, can they just create a couple of more chances? And that's a good start. Anyway, winning that kick-off convincingly. But OSM well aware to it and does get a good clear away. That's a dangerous 50 for Paradino too. OSM might be able to chase this down. Is that on target?
Oh,
that's a big miss from these guys.
That's a huge miss. That's just one of those that you've got to score really, and I don't think it's going to punish here for bangers for missing that one this time, but maybe in the future.
Paradino doing a very nice job knocking it to his teammate. Takes the ball back again. Very nice flick. Is that going to be 2-3? Yes, it is. Is it time for T? Really coming back.
Maybe that big miss at the other end could punish here for bangers. 1 goal lead now after a convincing start, if we can call it that.
Yes, I think we definitely can. A minute 9 left though, and there's only 1 goal in it now. All of a sudden, very good chance here, but Ixo misses the boost. Unfortunately, that's a real shame for him. He's not going to be able to make the play he wants. Nice flick over 1. Breezy's there, but 2 OSM. Surely that's an open goal. Just puts it wide, going too fast at the ball. Couldn't quite get the angle he wanted. Paradino off the ceiling, does connect with it, but really just doesn't make things too difficult for here. We're here to bangers.
At this point, here for bangers, they just need to absorb time, or score.
Yeah, one or the other, either works. And Ixo with a very nice challenge, a lot higher up than Paradino probably expected. Breezy, just so much momentum, couldn't stop himself in the middle of the goal, and Ixo, very well placed shot.
John, it comes back to, if you're going to clear the ball, you have to go to a side or a really big hit downfield. If it's just like a hit to the middle of the pitch, it's another shot's going to come straight back at you. Ixo took advantage and scored.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And OSM with a very nice shot. Breezy, his teammate, is kind of down the other end of the pitch. This could be difficult right now. OSM not wanting to commit to that immediately. Good play so far. Paradino trying to keep the ball in the orange half, but it's just not going to happen for him right now. We're here to Bangers, looking very, very strong in this first matchup. The countdown starts. Paradino, no boost, not able to make anything happen. Ixo with a touch to the centre. OSM, ooh, he couldn't quite get there. That is going to be game one to We're Here to Hit Bangers.
I tell you what separated these two teams was the momentary lapse at the start for time for tea. They just gave away 2 goals in the space of 14 seconds for free. Just complete freebies.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. It just looked like there was a little bit of sleep, or, didn't know what kind of skill level they were coming up against. Weren't able to handle the force of Ixo and OSM at the start. And at the end of the day, it didn't quite work.
Yeah, maybe another day or maybe another match is what we have next. Because no, this is a best of 3, so there's still plenty of time for tea.
Yeah,
I tried to work that in. That was terrible.
That's okay. OSM asking, is that Dave Forehead in chat? I have no idea how he knows. Do you know what? I will take all the compliments I can get. He seems happy that I'm here, and I feel welcome. I feel welcome to this matchup. I am very ready for the second game. That has made my day. Thank you very much, OSM. If you come back and watch the VOD, thank you very, very much. That means a lot. We'll have to see how the second game goes. No to anyone on stream who's reading this. My name is not Richard Threehead. I do not want that to become a thing.
Well, I'm the person who comes up with all the names here. I gave Toxic B his name, so I feel like you are now Richard Freehead.
Oh dear. Okay. I can handle that. Well, in that case, we have to come up with something for Cornish Pirate at some point. But we have a game to cast first. See how this first kickoff goes. It is very much in the way of my biggest fan, OSM. Good touch wide from Paradino too. See if is it time for tea. Can they get some early pressure on? Can they get the ball into that orange goal nice and early and start just a little bit quicker, a little bit sharper than they did last time? A decent clear. It looks like Breezy's going to get here first. He has time to take a shot. Takes a touch. Nice flick too. Can anyone get there? Paradino's up! And that's very well played from his time for tea.
Tell you what, your biggest fan, he was just a bit too slow there. He took that first jump. Oh no, it was Ixo who was a bit too slow. Maybe they're both too slow actually. Whole hip of bangers, they're just too slow for that one. Paradino, too quick.
Yeah, very, very well played from Is It Time for Tea. However, OSM, again, so dominant on the kickoffs. We're here to hit bangers. They just have good kickoffs throughout this series. We've seen them win the majority of them. But that was a good chance for Breezy. Just hitting the post. OSM with a nice dribble too, over Paradino. And it just squeezes into that bottom goal.
Oh, that was pinpoint accuracy from OSM. He couldn't have gone any further wider without getting that goal. And it levels everything up completely. I think it's like the first time since basically the 0-0 in the first game.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Is it time for tea? Doing well at the moment, but they're going to have to keep it up. They can't have lapses of concentration like that. We saw it with IDK in the last game. They had 2 very, very good minutes, but in an entire series that is not enough. We're going to have to hope that Is It Time for tea and just keep it going, keep some momentum. But when they're getting dunked like that, it's not going to help. Breezy up very early to be that backward round. And a nice play too to get it past OSM.
Yeah, past that 1 minute mark as well. Goals for Breezy. He found that angle spot on.
Yeah.
Off the sideboard, straight in.
At the risk of being hated right now, he breezed into the orange goal, and that is going to make it 2-1 to Is It Time for Tea. Very well played to that man.
Alright, Richard Freehead, leave the puns to me.
Okay, let's see how it is. Well, either way, it's another convincing kickoff from OSM. Breezy may have left it for Paradino though. Paradino going nearly all the way. Ixo stopping him at the very last moment. Tries to get the pass at the OSM. Very, very nicely cut out. With 3 minutes 35, there is a lot of game to go right now. These guys really, really putting the show on for us.
Yeah, plenty of goals, plenty of aggression, and Ixo, he edged that one out ever so close.
Yeah, Breezy. Oh, he just flicked it kind of the wrong way. Looks like he had a very serious air dribble on. Couldn't quite make it happen. OSM, no boost. I don't think Paradino knew that. And somehow Paradino was the one that gets that one. Anyways, the ball stays in the blue half for now.
To say as well, here for bangers, they haven't really scored any huge bangers so far. I want powerful goals.
You're right. I'd like to see a very clean bounce off the backboard goal at some point. But OSM going for a dribble. Can't get over Paradini though. He looks very strong on defence right now. So just not able to get control of that ball over his car very well. OSM digging him out of that hole. The camera goes a bit wonky on my screen anyway. But we finally make it with Ixo just kind of clipping it. This is looking a bit weak from where here for bangers right now.
Yeah, I think both. Oh wow, everybody's so low on boost for the here for bangers. They got away with that one a bit. You saw one of the players sitting on the boost waiting for it to appear. It's like, please don't come near me.
Yeah, all of them look very tentative, very ropey, especially we're here for bangers. It was not the most convincing defence I've ever seen, but they do get away. They get away with it. Ixo with a very nice flick. OSM, he is there. He slots it home to make it 2-all.
Still not a huge banger, but it was a very nice, well-worked goal. Ixo, he did all the hard work, the heavy pulling. OSM, thank you very much. Tucks it in for a goal line shot.
Jeez, you're pretty critical of these guys. You want them to hit one type of goal and one type of goal only. That is a banger. And I mean, in all due respect, there are many ways to score a goal in this game.
When you call yourself a specific sort of like goal name, you've got to score that goal name. It's like Tarzan swings. That alright, they're not allowed to score anything other than Tarzan swings.
I know, but it seems critical. It seems critical that they're not allowed to be inventive. Ixo with a nice little fake. Didn't quite work out. Paradino once again looking strong on defence. We will focus back to this game for now, don't you worry. Ixo trying to make something happen, but that touch wasn't as great as he wanted. Paradino looks like he's low on boost, struggling to keep the ball from OSM at the moment.
It's 2-all as well, something we haven't seen yet in this series, and it's both teams, same amount of shots, same amount of saves, same amount of assists, same amount of goals. They are so even. Still, neither team just seems to be able to get that little edge.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. Paradino has been dangerous on his flicks, but not that time. It's a good boost grab from Breezy, as well as getting to the ball. Doesn't want to go for the full air dribble. Knows he might not have the boost for that anyways. And Ixo just getting the ball away from the blue team. We're here to hit bangers, comfortable and confident to play that ball into their own backwood. Maybe at their own peril though. Ooh, OSM living a dangerous life right now.
Oh, it works for him though. That was a good shot on target. Breezy making that save. I say, here for bangers, it's just slowed down so much. They're trying to keep possession of the ball and just work down their opponents. It's slowly getting closer.
Yeah, they are looking closer. Both teams looking more and more dangerous as the game goes on. Breezy can't quite get the dunk he's looking for. Paradino might be on his own. Exo looking for the 3 or the 180 flick. Didn't quite work out. That's a real shame. We'll see if OSM just going to slow the attack down a bit. But he does actually, the ball does go past him. That's a great demo from Paradino. Is it time for T? Get it go. Oh, Breezy, no. Oh, dear. That is unfortunate. I know the angle was tight, but that is unfortunate. And this ball, the next time it hits the ground, we will be into overtime.
I'll tell you what as well, the angle was tight, but Breezy, he scored one from a tighter angle earlier on. So you just got to think, if you can score that, you should have scored that and won this game.
Yeah, it's fair point. Breezy, nice shot into the post. It's Paradino that he goes for it. Well blocked down by Ixo though. No early overtime goals to report of, and I have to say sometimes they are the worst. You spend all that time holding your other team to your opponents to a draw, and then sadly you lose in the first 10 seconds, and none of that to report of, which is good.
Ixo, he is really pushing for that 180 flick on the dribble, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really looking for it. OSM also doing a bit of a break turn there. Can't quite make it happen though. Breezy, oh, that's not a very hard hit. It's a great bump though. Ixo just get there before Paradino, and that ball is going to stay in play. We do find ourselves still in overtime. Ixo with a chance. Oh, the 180 flick again, just not quite happening the way you'd want.
That's an awkward save for OSM, so having to backtrack towards his own goal. And this game, it's only sped up since we went to overtime. You quite often see games just lose all the pace in overtime. This game, it's maintaining whatever it was doing.
Yeah, that's a very, very good point. We'll see who can really hold their nerve, who can get a shot on goal that will decide this second game. Don't forget, I think it was We're Here to Hit Bangers won the first game, so if is it time for T to lose this, then they are out. So they definitely will want to be playing at maximum capacity right now.
You always want to hold maybe something back there, because going 100% all full times, Paradino, you got that bottom post. If you go 100% all out for that goal, you're going to leave yourself open at the back.
That is very true, but the adrenaline will be pumping. These guys will be nervous. Stream factor might be a case for some of them. They may not be used to being on stream, may find themselves a bit nervous. Oh, Breezy getting a past one, but not the other. Paradino, 1v1 right now. OSM is there. Looks for the high one. Oh, that could have been something special, but it doesn't work. Paradino possibly with a counter-attack chance off the backwood. Very well cleared by OSM. We are seeing some real back and forth stuff right now.
I think the problem this game's reached now is both teams, especially Here for Bangers, are going for that outstanding, like, replay-worthy goal. And it's not happening. We're not really getting close at all.
As you say that, EXO follows it up. Oh, that is beautiful from EXO. We're Here to Hit Bangers have surely hit a banger, and that is going to send them through to the semi-finals of the Rewind Gaming 2v2 show match.
Okay, I'll get my certification sort of hammer out for that one. That was a banger. Good shot. And I'd say that was a replay-worthy goal.
Ah, surely it was. It was a high quality goal from EXO. And I think that game needed something like that. I think it was a very, very tight game. And that game really did need a moment of magic like that. And I'm so happy we got it.
Yeah, it's... the problem as well sometimes is the games just slow down, peter out a bit. That game, it didn't when it went into overtime. It sped up. It got more exciting. Both teams really trying to push for that goal, more so than what they were in the standard time.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But one thing that we do unfortunately see in the world of casting from time to time is overtime that ends with a massive defensive mistake. You know, it does happen from time to time. Someone gets very, very nervous, and sadly, it's a bit of an anticlimax. On that occasion, EXO with a absolute masterpiece of a backward read, and We're Here to Hit Bangers find themselves into the next round, and I'm very, very happy for them.
Yes, indeed as well. And it's great to see that both teams, they played their part. It wasn't just one team running completely over the other, as you often see in like a 2-0 win. This is a 2-0 win of two great quality games.
Yes, that is very, very true. Now, Corn, to all the Rewind beginners out there, such as myself, please take us through the donation scheme for tonight and every other tournament so far.
Okay, for tonight in the 2v2 tournament, what you do is you put an exclamation mark in chat followed by Matcherino. That gives you all the links you need to go to the donation website, which is Matcherino. There you can donate whatever money you want. The higher the better, if you choose to. But every little helps. We've got a target of 30 at the side. You see, we've got 5, apparently from Rewind Rocket League. So great job, Rewind. Give yourself a pat on the back. And I say, if you do any donations, we will read out your name in chat and everything, and it will be very thankful. And also, quick reminder as well, we got our freebie free tomorrow, and for that one, there's a donation code, so it's almost guaranteed. I think it's a guaranteed $25, I believe, which it's an absolutely amazing prize pool for some absolutely amazing players. But time for tea. Not the winners here, as Here for Bangers go through to the next round, and we'll be back momentarily for that next round. And I think it's the semi-finals are up to Forehead.
Yes, we are. So don't go anywhere. We should have some even better gameplay than before coming up very soon. Hello everybody, we are back. Welcome to some more Rewind gaming action with myself and Cornish Pirate. We have ourselves, hopefully, another fantastic matchup. I really hope you guys are here to see the last match because it was amazing between Is It Time for Tea and We Came Here to Hit Bangers. We Came Here to Hit Bangers were the inevitable winners. We now have Birds versus Gummo coming up next. Corn, anything to say on these guys? What do we know about them?
Well, if you thought the last game was stacked, this one is like ridiculous. We've got Eichel himself, the 1v1 like champion from back when we used to do 1v1s, playing with Flux, a British player. And against them is Destio 87 and CD Magu 98, both British players as well. Not this Irish sort of thing we don't mention.
Okay, all right. I'll keep quiet. It's okay. I'll let you continue during shot.
Anyway, Eichwolf, he is an amazing Swiss player, as you all should know, and this is going to be a pretty ridiculous game, as all semi-finals should be.
Yeah, I hope we see some really, really high quality stuff. Eichwolf repping the ESL Monthly Elite title as well. That's gonna be a cause for concern for Gummo tonight.
Well, it's an achievement to get it, but you still have to prove yourself once you've earned it.
I mean, that's so true, but you're so cynical. I always feel it brings a massive reputation with it, and if I ever came up against one, I would be pretty scared right now. So we'll see how Gummo deal with this pressure. No particularly early goals to report of, so that's always a good start. And Eichwolf's now with the man himself going around the corner. Flicks it off wide. We'll see if Flux can get here in time. Doesn't quite work, but Birds definitely on the offensive to start with, really keeping the ball into this orange half.
Spanish just like you saw, oh, that's a great chance. Flux got to score here. Magu gets it just in time. You saw two very similar passes by Flux and Eichel. They just went round the whole corner and kept going. But that allowed him to keep possession of the ball and do it again.
Yeah, I think maybe there's a lot of team play here. I would expect at the higher end of this tournament especially that these guys are definitely teamed up and they know each other's playstyles quite well. They know what they like to do, what they do like to challenge, what they don't. And I suppose in this case, they both knew they liked going around the corner. As I overanalyze, that is a fantastic goal to start this series.
Well, when you get to the semi-final, you hope your teams know how to link up. I mean, Flux and Eichwolf, they know. They know. Look at that. Eichwolf passes Flux. Flux returns the favour, and Eichwolf says, "Thank you very much," puts it in the goal for a nice, easy shot.
And then Birds maybe just getting a little bit overconfident, going for the fake. It's a very nice dunk from Destio. Flux though. Ooh. Gummo really living on a knife edge right now. We'll see if they can get this ball away. It's not very convincing from Destio. Eichwolf though struggling to take control of that ball, and Magu just get the ball towards blue goal. Destio goes for the redirect and just can't quite get there. That could go down as a big missed opportunity. But
it's a rather awkward shot. It was a difficult angle to start off with, but it just didn't work, whatever he tried to do. And Birds still 1-0 up.
Yeah, Birds 1-0 up, maybe 2. Eichwolf fires that home into the top of the net, and that is going to be 2-0 to Birds. Absolute
Cracker from Eichwolf on the halfway line, almost dead on it as well. Nobody in goal waiting. Pretty central, quite high up. You don't ask for goals like that, but he still gets them.
Yeah, so well done. He just caught that ball so well at the perfect spot, and he slammed it home. No one back for Gummo. And in fact, there could be no one back again, as Flux now gets a goal for himself, and that is going to be 3-0 to Birds.
At what point do we step in and sort of say, all right, this is enough, you can't beat them up anymore? Because 3 goals in quick succession, Gummo are not looking good.
Yeah, very, very nice stuff from Birds. They look like they've hit their stride. We'll see if Gummo can respond in any way. Flux though, getting it past Destio. Gamu just about coming back, able to cover for his teammate. We'll see how long he can do this for. It's a good touch. See what he can do against Flux. Oh, he gets past one. Eichwolf is there though. Flux actually centering again for Destio. That's off the crossbar. Magu gonna have a 1v1 with Eichwolf. Doesn't quite work out for Eichwolf on that occasion. And we play on at 3-0. Game just halfway gone at this point, Corn. And I mean, what are Gummo doing wrong right now? I mean, they seem a little bit slow, but that's all I can pick up on.
They're a bit slow. They're letting Eichwolf and Flux take control of the ball. And from 2 players of that caliber, you just can't give them the time to work with. So it's going to be difficult from 3-0 down. I think at this point they have to look at what they can do to maybe cancel out the other team and then build for the next game.
Yeah, it's a good point, but this could be the first goal. And Destio does well, follows that home, and that is going to be 3-1 to Gummo. Definitely in with a shout. 2 minutes left. That is definitely enough time to get 2 goals.
1 goal a minute with a second to spare. It's definitely could happen. I just want to say as well, Karen Plays YT. I apologize for saying your name wrong. Thank you for the subscription with Twitch Prime. Amazing lad, and you inspired Eichwolf to score that goal.
Yeah, this is definitely all down to Cannon YT. Eichwolf just hearing the name, going for that shot, and that is very, very well redirected into the orange net. That has been 4-1.
Birds dangerously running away with this one at the moment. 4 goals in a semi-final. It's not something you see often, especially in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Flux struggling to get that ball away. He touches into the corner, bounces up dangerously though. Eichwolf able to do well to follow that ball, put Destiny under pressure. Flux is there again. Could this be 5-1? Eichwolf! That is some very, very nice play from Birds once again.
Just like the bats, Destio and Eichwolf were flying around, not hitting anything, and the ball, it just meets up with Flux and goes into the back of net for a 5-1. They're on course for Brazil.
Yeah, really, really beautiful stuff. I have to see, can Birds make anything, can Gummo make anything happen right now? They look very much on the back foot. A minute and a half left. We could see a complete collapse of Birds. We could see Gummo start to swing the momentum, but they don't have a lot of time to do it. They're going to have to change up something fast. Eichwolf looking for Flux, but it doesn't work. Magu's there quickly. See, can he get the ball around the corner? He sort of fakes out Flux. 2 of them struggling a little bit in the corner. We'll have to see how they deal with it. Destio going to take control, puts a shot on net. Very, very composed save from Eichwolf. And he goes again up the backboard too. Just Birds, more than anything else, they look so defensively solid right now, Gordon.
It's a sign of a good team when they just don't let any goals go in. They can hold off your opponents for an indefinite amount of time, and they score goals. And that's what we're looking at in the Birds team. Though they also concede goals.
I mean, classic curse of the commentator. This is the first time either of the members on Team Birds have looked particularly out of control or kind of struggling with the situation. And 38 seconds left, and you are 4 goals up until that point. They're not going to be too worried about it, I don't think.
It's getting to the point where they could stop contesting and they could still win this game. Though it's a thin edge.
I mean, we should be a little careful what we said. Gummo will definitely come back into this. Very nice shot from Maggie, and one of those things, if it was just a pixel lower, that could be going into the blue net, and we could be having a much more interesting end to the game. With 3 goals down, 15 seconds left, it looks like a very, very steep hill for Gummo to climb. That counter going down, as always. Maggie doing well to go off the backward. Fluxon missed it. Destio will get the 3rd goal of the game, so definitely a high-scoring game here, Paul.
High-scoring game, but for Gummo to win it, they literally need Eichwolf and Flux to not contend the kickoff and leave the goal empty 2 times in a row. I can't see that happening.
Yeah, that is very, very true. But these late goals will probably give Gummo some hope and some positivity going into this next game, because it's not that they played bad. Like Flux and Eichwolf, you can see that the ESL Monthly Elite and Season 5 Grand Champion, very, very coveted titles, something that not many people get. So they know they're up against it. They know they've got the harder side of this draw. And I think all they can do is kind of what you said earlier, come out fighting and just come out a bit more aggressive than before.
Yeah, these Birds players are definitely no Season 3 Grand Champs. They have some skill in them, especially Eichwolf. He's known for his 1v1 skill. I would like to see that a bit more. Just bring out those 1v1 plays and show Gummo what he can do.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's so true. You always want the big guns to come out and you want to see something spectacular. But at the same time, I'd like to see Gummo come back and take a game and kind of surprise us a little bit. They're definitely not a bad team. They definitely created some good chances, especially towards the end when maybe Birds were not quite as, they weren't trying as hard as before. But they definitely were able to find those gaps. And if they could do it again, maybe early in the game, if they start very aggressively, maybe even get a demo or 2. We haven't seen any this game. If they start playing the physical game a little bit, you never know what might happen.
Yeah, rough up your opponents a bit, put them out of momentum and sync with their teammates potentially.
Yeah, it's a good point, because at the moment, at least for that last game, Birds look so comfortable and so together. However, this is a dangerous start. Eichwolf off his own backward. Maggie with the shot. And, we were calling it. I think Destio actually did go for a bump there. So maybe a change up in tactics here from Gummo in orange.
Yeah. And the other thing is, when you start doing bumps, your opponents start it gets into their heads and think, oh my god, if he's near me, he might bump me. You play differently. And it can have a negative effect on you quite often.
Oh, Flux. Just maybe 10-15 boost away from a really, really nice double touch. Eichwolf going up early. That's going to go off the backboard. Where's Flux? Not going to be there in time. Destio able to clear away for now. No early goals to report of. So we are definitely in for a very, very tight matchup so far. Flux. Ooh, that looked like it was going on target. Destio knew better. Able to get it away. Flux not going to contend that actually. He does well to read the backward bounce, and Eichwolf there to wrap around and cover up well.
Very tepid first minute or so of gameplay. Only the 3 shots, no huge chances, but it's nice to see Gummo in contention still.
Yeah, Gummo definitely looking like they're up for it. Magu has not put himself in a good spot there, but he does get it away. Destio does well to get past one. Flux gonna take it back to his own corner. Didn't look like he had many other options. He's struggling here a bit too. Maggie went for the dunk, didn't work. Destio off the backboard, but Flux is there. Flux looks so good on those backboard reads.
It's one of those skills I haven't really picked up as well, and he's got. He leaves it for Eichwolf. I think if he had touched it, it would have maybe saved it, but Eichwolf, he picks up that first goal in the empty Gummo goal.
Yeah, very, very well played from Eichwolf. Just getting up early, just so quick. And they do find themselves the first goal of the game. And it's as simple as that. It's one small mistake, and Birds really, really are going to punish Gummo for that kind of thing. They have to be careful. It's only one goal. They don't want to start tilting. They don't want to make it 2 or 3 goals. They're still in this 3 minutes 10. There's a lot of time for them to do it.
I mean, 1 goal down, you literally need about 10 seconds to score a breakaway goal at max. So, I mean, they've just got to work their way. Just keep that defence solid and just slowly understand where the holes in the opponent's defence is.
Oh, Magu. Woohoo, that was unlucky. Very, very nice try there. Good backward read. Didn't quite have the boost that he wanted. Didn't quite have the position in the air. Flux gonna go for a pop of his own. But Magu, he knows what's coming. He does well to get that away. Eichwolf trying to 50. Doesn't work. Destio, that's a great shot. Is that on target? It just about squeezes in. That is going to be Gummo bringing it back to 1-1. Very well played.
I might call it a lucky 50-50 by Magu, but it works in the favour. I mean, at some point, something has to go in your favour for Gummo, and it does. It gets the inside post as well. But it goes in, and it levels it up. For the first time in this series, we've got goals and a level game.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous too. A great save from Michael. But that's all that Gummo needed. All they needed was... I'm not even sure if it was that lucky at 50. Oh, that was dropping in. Flux gets too high on the ball. Actually just misses it. But Gummo, they are back in this now. That's all they needed was a good 50-50. And they found themselves with opportunity. Magu, again, looking strong at the moment. But Eichwolf up very, very early. Destio being the last man back. Plays it smart. Plays it safe. I'll see what he can do here. He's got Flux to beat right now. Going for a very slow fake. Magu's up early. Doesn't quite get it on target. This could be trouble now from Gummo. They might not have a lot of boost. Good block to start with. Gummo do get that away despite my my hesitation to say they were in a critical spot. Great shot from Eichwolf. That ball so close, and Gummo. Oh my God, Gummo struggling so much to get that ball away, but they do in the end. Destio, he's not going to fake out Eichwolf. Surely that would be a lot to ask.
No. It's so difficult to fake out Eichwolf. He is a 1v1 king, and in 1v1s, you know when your opponent's going to fake or not, and Eichwolf knew.
Yeah, very true. Magu, again, Magu looking good on the 50s. He seems to know when to do it. Seems to be playing very, very well at the moment. Eichwolf just not quite able to get the ball away. Flux up very high. Destio, it's a good read from Flux's touch. But you just can't quite find the angle. I mean, it was a nearly impossible angle. 1 minute remaining, they're going up on everyone's screens.
Actually, reminds me, that's something I really want Rocket League to add in. It's just so you can like curl the ball, so you can score from possible angles. That'd be so much fun. Big demo there, though. Oh, and I just couldn't get that shot off.
Yeah, Burns going for the physical players now. 40 seconds left, and I'm really surprised at Gummo. They've really, really held on to this. They know if they lose this, they're out, and they will not be making it into the final.
Oh dear.
Flux with a perfectly timed demo, and Eichwolf just eases that ball into the orange goal.
You see Magu as well, he sees it coming, he tries to jump Flux, he's like, no, you're not going anywhere, sunshine. Completely destroys him. Eichwolf, you can't score an easier goal than that. Empty goal, pokes it in the net, 2-1.
Yeah, very, very well played from Flux. You do have to be so calm and just have very good clarity of thought to be able to calm down and realise that the demo is the best option. You know, normally you want to go for the ball or the boost, but Flux realising the situation, and he has put his team into the lead, making it 2-1, 10 seconds left, and Gummo, they're going to have to break out something special right now because they got not a lot of time left. Magu going for another 50, it doesn't work on this occasion. Flux is up high, that ball's going to go down, and that will be game 2 to Birds. Very, very well played.
Cracking game. And this as well, Gummo, we gave them a bit of stick in that first game. They weren't really in contention, but they improved so much for that second game. They gave it the nerves. They gave it the something that made it special in that second game.
Yeah, they did very, very well to come back, and my hat's off to those guys. Gummo played really, really well, and to get to the semi-final is genuinely a feat in itself. It's very respectable, and they're definitely no slouches. They're definitely very good players. They just came up against someone slightly better in the face of Eichwolf and Flux. Is all I can say to them. I mean, I'm sure there will be tournament fixtures for those guys in the future, but for now, they're going to have to bow out here.
Yeah. Do you know what, I can't remember seeing Destia and Magu, especially late on in tournaments. So it's great to see new faces, and it's a refreshing change of pace.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, the only other thing I can really say is that Birds look good. Birds are the first team we've seen tonight where I think their team chemistry was on point. They look like a team that's played a lot together, as well as just a team that's played a lot of Rocket League.
I'm just going to sort of change slightly something you said there. They looked like a team. That is what was special about them.
Yeah, I think so. And I think whoever they face in the final, they might not be dreading it, but they're going to have a very, very tough time for it. Anyways, for the moment, that is it. We will have our final coming up very, very shortly. Don't forget, I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to try and get it right. Don't forget to hit ! Matcherino into that chat. You'll get the link required to give these guys a little bit of a donation. I mean, think of it this way. Twitch is free. Everything tonight you've seen is basically free. But the guys, it's nice to give them a little prize. They are entertaining you more than anyone else right now. So it would be nice to give just a little bit of a donation, just a little bit of appreciation, say thank you. This has been a nice evening. It's been some really high-level Rocket League. There's no denying that. We've seen some great, great play tonight. So if you are feeling generous, ! Matcherino is how you find it. And then you go into that link and you give your donation as much or as little as you like, to be fair. We will go off now just for the last 5 minutes. Just compose ourselves, just reset, just start again, ready for this final. Try. I see you in chat. Don't worry. Thank you very, very much. Love you too. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Thank you all so much for watching. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Apologies for the small delay, but we are now ready to go for our Rewind Gaming 2v2 Showdown Week 17 Grand Final. Corn, I'm really excited for this. We finally made it to the end, the business end of this tournament. I can't wait to get started.
Whoa, this is where all the prizes are given away as well. I feel like as casters, we should get first prize.
Yes.
Nobody casted better than us during this stream.
I 100% agree. We have been the duo to beat them all. We have really been the team champions here.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's not about us. It's about Birds and Here for Bangers. They've done the hard work. They've reached the final, but it's just one more step to go. And I've got to put my money on Flux and Eichwolf. They were just too good in that semi-final.
Oh, I don't know. I think both. For interest and controversy's sake, but also genuinely because I think so. I am gonna disagree with you just a little bit. I think OSM and EXO, they looked very, very good. And to be honest, at the end of the day, it would take a very brave man to try and call a winner. But just on the small chance that you're wrong, Cohen, I'm gonna go the other way so I can potentially rub it in later on tonight. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see though.
Well, I've got the non-Irish on my side, so we'll be fine.
Yeah, not either way, it should be a fantastic matchup. We've seen both these guys on stream before. We know all four of them are very, very impressive players in their own right, and it's just about who can make that little bit of magic happen, that little bit of extra team chemistry, and come out on top with tonight's grand prize.
But I think we're ready for head. Enough chitter chatter.
Very ready.
Let's get Here for Bangers against the Birds.
Yeah, let's do it. I am very, very ready to go. Also, little shout out before I start to you guys on Twitch who've stuck with us. Thank you very, very much for watching. It's always nice to see. Very appreciated from the caster point of view. It's nice to know that I'm not rambling to myself. So that's always good. And yeah, hopefully this grand final can get underway shortly.
Makes no difference to me. I always ramble to myself, but it's nice to have somebody listen to me as I ramble to myself.
Well, you do you, Cohen. You do you. But these guys should be joining very, very soon. And, I mean, we've seen both these play, Cohen, and we know what it's like. Do you think that... The one thing I'd have to say, right, between the two of them is that I would say that Birds probably just have slightly... just that extra little bit of team chemistry. Do you think maybe that We're Here to Hit Bangers can just step it up one extra notch?
Well... I think for Birds, they might have a little bit of extra team chemistry, but they've got Eichwolf. And Eichwolf is like having a third player on your team.
That's a good point. We'll have to wait and see. That's a very good kickoff from EXO. Just off the blue post. I thought for a moment it was going in. OSM struggling with that bounce too. Flux gonna go for goal here. Where's EXO? He's not there. Just hits off the post. And they get away with it. EXO trying to make a counter-attack happen. It doesn't work. Eichwolf 50-50ing very well though. It's a good play, gets it around OSM. EXO is there though. Flux knocks it on target, and that surely no. What a save from EXO. OSM now gonna try and flick it. It doesn't quite work. Oh my god. OSM with another great shot. Flux is there. My god, Cord. We are in for some high quality action right now.
Straight up, the first 30 seconds, the score should be 2-1. It's 0-0 somehow. No idea how. Oh my god, what a pinch.
OSM, what a shot that is! Is that going in? It's just off the post again. OSM go for the bump on Eichwolf. Eichwolf the 1v1 master. Doesn't quite work. OSM gonna take control of this ball, or some control of this ball. It seems like a wild animal at the moment. EXO, do a touch to start with. Looks for his teammate. The flick's not that high. OSM goes up anyway. Flux can't get there. And we finally have our first goal. What a matchup this is.
Well, to call it a tame start would just be straight up lying. So, it's just ridiculous start. Both teams full on going for it. It's great to see. Here for Bangers, they get that first goal. Oh, it's a cracker.
my god, that was spectacular. Flux just so unlucky right at the end. Couldn't do enough. Goes for the touch. Doesn't quite work. Eichwolf gonna go again off the wall. He knows Flux doesn't want to compete this. Probably doesn't have a lot of boost. Flux able to compete now. That might drop down too. Goes off the back, but Eichwolf. Ixo gets it over Eichwolf. Surely this is 2-0. OSM with the touch. I need to calm down a bit, but that is 2-0 to We're Here to Hit Bangers.
Yeah. Flux, he's just huge overcommitment, trying to knock Ixo out of the way. Didn't even make contact with him. Ixo, he just gets a complete runaway of it. And OSM, he's there, picking up the scraps, getting his second goal of the game, giving his team a very nice 2-0 lead.
Oh, it's a very nice kick-off too from Ixo. See how Eichel wants to play this. He's got boost and ball right now. However, OSM 50 as well. Flux, he's going to have to think about this when he goes up high, nice and early. That is on target too. Can OSM get there? Oh, I called it too early. It wasn't really on target. OSM playing it well, but Ixo just colliding through, and that might not help positionally. Ixo, it's a bit of a weak clear. OSM gets up, gets it away for now, but Flux really doing well right now. Flux, I think, has a very unique role on this 2v2 where basically he's very, very good at stopping clears, and he doesn't do it every single time, but we've seen him get the odd goal from it, and I think it really, really works out well for this team. With a nice flick from corner. What do you think of that?
I agree with the fact that he's great at stopping clears. You don't always see it, but he's one of those players who's great for just breaking down the opponent's start of their attack. So, and that's just the best time to break them down. Like, you don't let them get anything going. You break them down at the source, and then suddenly you're on the attack in the other team's half. Yeah,
Flux, he was definitely creating a lot of chances for Eichel, the other game that we saw with Birds play. But right now, We're Here to Hit Bangers, 2-0 ahead. Great pass from OSM. Ixo just not quite able to read it, just a little too close. And Birds do live to fight another day. OSM looked like he was getting above Flux just then, but didn't quite happen. And with 2 minutes left, Birds are definitely in with a chance right now.
Well, they're in with a chance, but they're still 2-0 down, which is against what I was expecting. But, is it going to go in? No, Eichwolf's there. He's got to score this. There you go. Birds, they're back in this now, just 1 goal down.
Yeah, Eichwolf calmly sliding it home. Flux very unlucky, just couldn't quite get the ball on target. And at the end of the day, it is going to be 2-1 now. So that deficit is halved, and with a minute 46, there's a lot of time for another goal to go in somewhere. So I don't think we're done just yet.
I mean, it's an absolute cracking game. Nobody is stopping for a breath.
It's a good demo from Eichwolf. We'll see if Flux get it on centre. OSM up very, very early though. Minute and a half left. Birds do need to make something happen. I wonder, do you think that We're Here to Hit Bangers may just play a bit more defensively now? May just go for big clears and try and slow the game down as much as possible?
I don't know. I think they're going to take every opportunity that comes to them, and I think they just keep playing how they are at the moment. I mean, 1 goal down, you can just always get the opponents to have a lucky goal or something, a lucky pinch that just doesn't go your way, or just a bit of skill by Flux.
I was going to say, something, I thought for a moment you might have messed it up, but something that doesn't need any luck is pure skill, and Flux doing very, very well, deceiving Ixo and making it 2-all. Very, very well played.
I tell you what, that was a very close run thing. Flux had almost no boost at all. He was only getting what he was picking up. Just got it there in time.
That's a good 50 from Eichwolf, and Flux is there early. Fantastic save from Ixo though. A minute remaining now, going up on their screens. OSM able to just touch it around the corner, but Flux again just stopping that clear and trying to restart another attack here. Can't quite get the ball off the back foot on this occasion though.
Oh wow. Flux, he just picked up the boost, and OSM and Ixo, they just ran straight into each other. That's quite funny to watch.
Flux going for another demo. Ixo wise to it though, jumps early and gets a very, very good save from Eichwolf's shot. Flux, good pass into Eichwolf. Eichwolf with no boost, that was a real shame. That would have been a very, very nice team goal right there. Ixo, he's done well, he just about gets it past Flux. Eichwolf slowing the attack down right now. OSM may have a chance here. That 50 though, kicks the ball wildly away, and we could see ourselves going into overtime. 10 seconds left now. Flux, it's a good read off the ball. Doesn't quite work though. Eichwolf, one last attack and OSM touches it. Surely that's hit the ground. We are into overtime, Corey.
Yeah, smart play by Eichwolf. He just let that hit the ground because he knows that he's not going to be able to build any attack from that. and it's only going one way. So smart play, going to overtime.
Yeah, and I have to say, what a very, very good start to this best of 5 series right now. Ekes out, with a chance, a bit of time. OSM looked like he might have wandered the other direction. Doesn't bother. Ekes out, what an air dribble! Oh my god, Flux left that very late, but he got there. OSM can't quite get the touch. Was struggling for boost the whole way through. See Flux, can he make anything happen? Go for an air dribble. I was on Ekes out. Oh, Ekes out was struggling so much. Flux doesn't quite keep it under the crossbar.
I tell you what, at the end of this game, Flux is going to be having words with that crossbar. He's hit it so many times, and the ball's just not going in for him.
OSM up very early, does well so far. See what Ekso can do here. Not a ton of boost. Eichwolf with an easy shot. See OSM or Ekso saving it well, and a good demo from OSM. See, can he get a pinch? He does, and he goes for a ground pinch. He was unlucky, it didn't quite work out for him. He's got time to try and dribble it. But Eichwolf's well aware of what a ones game looks like. Knows to get rid of that ASAP.
Yeah, there's no getting past Eichwolf in a 1v1 situation, especially when you give him time.
Yeah, Eichwolf, a nice little touch out wide. Flux is there, but all he can really do is smash it into his own corner. This could be a little bit dangerous if they get challenged early here. Flux with a pop, allowing OSM to take possession too, but he just misses out in the second touch. Eichwolf, that's a very speculative shot. It nearly worked out though. Ixo looks like he's in an awkward spot right now. And this overtime, we're a minute and a half in. We're here to hit bangers though. Looking at us struggling a bit. OSM very, very well to the far corner of that goal.
Here's what Eichwolf needs to do at the moment. All his shots are going far post. I think it's just giving way too much time, and it's also giving the direction chance for Banks to clear it away and not straight back to him. If he goes the front post, it's a great. It's off the crossbar.
I think close follow them. This could be dangerous, Flux. Oh, he doesn't quite knock it on target. I'll let you continue for a moment.
I'd say if Eichwolf, if he shoots front post, it allows him to keep the attack going because the other Bangers won't be able to clear it away to the side.
Yeah, that's a very, very good point. At the moment, Eichwolf's shots, they've been easy enough to clear. Flux just clearing a shot away off his own. That ball not bouncing how Eichwolf would like. Ixo's going to have a chance here off the backboard, but it's very to the side. OSM does not want to challenge that. See how he plays it from here. Doesn't get the ball away. Ixo to do it himself. Nice touch to start with. We'll see. It's a good attempt at an air dribble. He's got it. Ooh. He had that going for a bit. It looked like he had it under control, but Flux challenging early. Eichwolf, just a little panic. Don't forget, these guys are in the grand final right now. This really is the hottest point of the tournament. And Eichwolf just feeling the pressure right now, not able to handle it.
Yeah, I really felt like Eichwolf should have scored there. Just straight up power at the goal. It was empty. Nobody there to make a save.
Yeah, we are now 3 minutes onto overtime here in this first game, and it looks like it will take something special to break the deadlock here. We've got 2 goals as well from both teams. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen it already, but clearly these guys are just struggling a bit to break each other down. Still learning each other's game, I guess, and OSM clearly did not boost. Ixo's up very early. Eichwolf cleverly waiting for them to hit the ball to him. Didn't quite work on that occasion though, and we play on. That ball is still in play. Looks in a dangerous spot. OSM goes to dunk, and it doesn't quite work out. These guys, I mean, surely the longer this overtime goes on, but surely, Cord, the longer this overtime goes on for, the more tense these guys will feel.
Yeah, and I think the problem with overtime sometimes is that in standard time, it's okay to concede a goal because you can go out and score a goal. In overtime, you can't concede any goal. If you concede a goal, all your work for this game is lost. So it's like both teams just end up going ultra defensive because they go, okay, if we don't concede a goal, we don't lose anything. It doesn't matter if we can't score as long as the other team can't score.
Yeah.
And that sometimes really sort of ruins overtime. So this one hasn't been too bad. It's just quite nervy.
It's a good point. It's been nervy. It is the first game, let's not forget. These guys definitely with their defensive modes on during this overtime period at least. Eichwolf just struggling a little bit to get that ball away. It's a good centre from OSM. Eichwolf able to knock it out pretty hard. Ixo, good touch to start with. OSM with a nice pop. It's a good team play so far. Ixo off the... can't quite make it happen. That would have been something special. And we now, ladies and gentlemen, are 5 seconds away from 5 minutes of overtime. OSM! I thought he might have made it happen, but we have essentially had 2 games worth all compiled into one.
It says you can tell it's not a bad game when Ixo has made 9 saves. That's the most I've ever seen in a single game.
That is a very, very big stat and a good point too. These guys really, really giving us a show. It's a good time to point out the exclamation mark Macherino. Don't be afraid to give these guys a donation. We surely see the... Whoa, I was lost for words there. But surely we finally see the deciding goal of this game 1, let me remind you.
So, Eichel, he just gets so many freebies. He's just like, oh, it's just a 50-50, ball goes nowhere, Eichel just comes and is like, alright, mine, I'll take it. This is the first game of a best of 5. If we have another 5 of these, we'll be here until 9:30. That's going to be a bit of a stretch.
That would be an impressive feat. Hopefully we see just as good gameplay squished into slightly less time. But I mean, what a game 1, Con. What a game 1.
Oh, just look at it. Eichwolf and Flux, they both had 9 shots each. And when you go look at it, Ixo, he made 9 saves. So you think, well, there are 6 shots there which aren't on target. And you think, maybe with a bit more efficiency, they might get a lot more goals.
Yeah, it's a very fair point. And I mean, the stats as well for some of these guys is insane. Flux pointing out in chat, 18 shots just on his team alone. That was a Goliath match. That was a Goliath matchup.
That's what, 29 shots and only 5 goals. I want more goals. Give me more goals.
It's a good point. The conversion rate wasn't exactly there. A lot of saves from Ixo, though, like you pointed out. A lot of saves overall. And hopefully you see a just as good game 2.
Yeah, that was a 3v3 conversion rate.
Oh, OSM going for something spectacular. I think he got a good bump on the Flux too. Flux though still able to get it away past Ixo. We'll have to see how it goes. But there's no early easy goals to start with. We may see another relatively low scoring game for the amount of shots taken. We'll have to wait and see. OSM unfortunately running out of boost in that last air dribble. That could have been something special, but it doesn't work. And we go again. Burns on the attack right now, trying to make a team play happen. That's a good clear from Ixo actually. OSM is up. Oh, that would have stopped the heart of some Birds fans right there.
It feels like sometimes you need to carry 200 boost just to go for those huge aerial plays. Or Eichwolf gets another freebie.
Yeah, a man who could have done a 200 boost there is Ixo. Goes to ceiling shot and just smashes it right into Eichwolf's nose. And he says thank you very much. That would be 1-0 to Birds just under a minute ago.
You can see Eichwolf, Ixo, he just gets the wrong side of the ball to do that flick. So he ends up just powering it straight to the ground. Eichwolf is there just waiting very optimistically, knowing that Flux is back. He just takes his chance, takes the opportunity.
Yeah, Eichwolf's doing well. He is getting those crucial goals at the moment. OSM attempting the air dribble doesn't work. Ixo knows to go back and just really save his boost, his energy right now. 3 minutes 45 left and a lot of time for We're Here to Banks to score. And as I say that, Ixo proves me right for once.
Oh, some nice bits donated by Bass, celebrating the goal by Ixo. Look at this, powering up, leveling up this game. Let's remind us all, we haven't seen a team actually lose the series after winning a game. So all the big money's on Birds at the moment.
That is a very good point, actually. I think all the games we've seen tonight have been 2-0 wins. So can we sweep another sweep here in the grand final? OSM trying to show that they can take the lead. Doesn't quite work. Ixo with not a great 50-50 on Eichwolf. OSM though able to cover for now. We'll see where Flux is. But it doesn't matter. OSM's up early. Passes it off to Ixo with the shot. Just off the crossbar. Flux with a very good save in fact.
The preemptive jump by Flux as well, got in there in time for that big power shot that was a banger. And yeah, we'll pick up that save.
Yeah, it was a true banger from We're Here to hit bangers. Didn't quite work out. It was still very, very nice play nonetheless. We'll see if they can do it again. Maybe actually convert it next time. OSM really giving them trouble. Exo, that's a difficult one too. Grabs the corner boost, that's not going to help them. Eichwolf doing well for the moment. We'll see if OSM can get it away. That bounce favouring Flux. And OSM just challenging, but it looks like Birds will live to survive the day.
Yeah, this bird, it flies away with its wings, and it's more like a pheasant at the moment. It hasn't quite taken off.
Yeah, that's a very illustrative kind of a description, but I'll take it. OSM off the backboard, didn't quite work. But yeah, these guys in another deadlock. Could see another massive overtime here. There's still 2 minutes though, guys. Don't panic. There's still 2 minutes. We could see a decider before then. But Eichwolf gonna go for a big aerial. Nearly got it over Exo. Didn't quite work. Flux gonna follow that up. Can Eichwolf make that happen? That's a nice shot. What a save from Exo. Whew.
But does Exo see into the future? Because that was ridiculous.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have our first ever proof of fortune telling right there. Exo able to predict the future with every save he makes. That was something special to get in the right place at the right time. And then he got it away so convincingly. Speaking of Exo, he's flicked it past Eichwolf very well. Can't quite get the shot on target. What a shame that is, and Birds are going to get away with it once again.
Actually, that was something we saw in the first game as well. Exo, he made so many saves. I'm saying, I think that's just what it comes down to. He is a great predictor of the game.
Yeah, that easily could be it. Exo can get it past one, but not two. Eichwolf go for the dunk. OSM, not really sure what happened. That was a miss or just a pure fake.
Yeah, it's that fake defense. You sometimes get away with it.
Yeah.
Not often against Eichwolf, but it still happens.
Just on a rare occasion, on a blue moon, won't spot it. But on that occasion, it worked out for OSM. He got away with it. But I'm sure he won't be relying on that too many more times in this matchup. Eichwolf trying to put Exo under pressure. It works out. Flux with the easy clear away, and OSM is struggling in that corner a little bit. No boost on him right now, so we'll have to see how he deals with this. Tries to slow it down. His teammate's not there. Eichwolf shot just a little bit wide of the mark right now. And that was a very nice shot by most standards, but Curran, we have to remember, these guys are top level. We have to be a little bit critical.
I mean, I'm British, I'm critical of everything, but both these players, oh fuck, that's so harsh.
Wow, Flux back at it again. We saw him do this before, and he's done it again in this series too. Just aiming straight at the keeper. Just no need to hit the ball. Just get the keeper out the way and it'll roll in by itself. Easy peasy.
Oh, it's got to feel so bad when you concede a goal like that with 10 seconds left, and you're there, it's like, well, oh, why?
Yeah, so you feel so unlucky for Exo. He was there, he was ready to make it, but it didn't matter. Flux had some games of his own, and he will let the ball hit the ground, and that is going to be game 2 to Birds. Corn, your prediction looking pretty accurate right now.
I'm quite pleased with it, but every single game has come down to one goal. It could easily go the other way. This is one of those series where you think the other team could 3-0 sweep it if the games just go their way.
Yeah, that is a very fair point, and we could possibly, not for definite, but we could possibly see a reverse sweep here for the Bangers. They've definitely been in this game. It's not been a rollover at all for Birds right now. They are trying very hard to get their goals. They're working really hard for them, and I mean it's just been so even for the most part.
Yeah, I'm just seeing a chat. Apparently, this is 4 ones players all teaming up for a 2s tournament. So it just turns out who can do the best as a team.
Yeah. It could be that, or it could be just be who is the ones player to rule them all. Really tough to say. Unfortunately, guys, we're gonna have to build the suspense here. We're gonna have to hold the tension for a moment as the server decides to let us down for now. We'll have to try and get this back up and running soon, so we keep the sort of momentum we had going between games. Hello, everybody. Apologies for that. It looks like there was a minor issue there with the server, but we're good to go. We're not going to elongate this matchup any more than it needs to be, and we should be good to go momentarily. We're just waiting on the guys to join back in. But Court, first 2 game to Birds. Pressure's got to be all on it. We're here to hit bangers, right?
It's so harsh for Bangers as well, because it's not like Burst have just completely run away with it. Bangers, they've been 1 goal short in every game, including an epic 5-minute overtime. It's just, everything is not enough sometimes.
Yeah, no, that was something very, very special, and I'm willing to bet, I may not be here long, but I'm willing to bet that is possibly some kind of rewind record to go. I think it was 5 minutes and 2 or 3 seconds into overtime.
It's only a record for today, because previously I have had a 7-minute overtime.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to spoil your fun.
I take it back. What I'm here, it's one of my records. I don't think I've casted a game as long as that. It was very, very impressive, and it really did show off how high level we're at right now. These guys really on the top of their game. Such an even matchup, but both of them have still gone to the Birds. So we'll have to see, can We're Here to Hit Bangers just change out them up? That's a really good start. Ixo getting the first goal of the game, 4 seconds in.
Does somebody want to check if Birds made it into the lobby? I'm not sure if they're here yet. 4 seconds in, here are the Bangers with their first goal.
Yeah, that'll be a good start. That'll be a very, very nice confidence booster for those guys. We'll see if they can make more of it now. Can they just build up on that? Give themselves a bit of momentum, a bit of force, a bit of something for the Birds to deal with right now. OSM! Oh, it looked like a very nice air dribble. Flux leaving it to the last second, but it worked. Flux with an amazing save once again. Ixo, he's changed up his car, and that might affect his play too.
Yep. That was a fast pace, 30 seconds as well. Flux, he's trying to get something going. Not quite enough. Birds, they've been really against the wall. 0 shots, which is something we not often see from this team.
Yeah, Birds right now struggling just a little bit. Flux with some amazing saves. Have to see what they can do. Ixo trying to fake out Flux. It doesn't work. Eichwolf, the ones player himself, can't get it past the other big ones player on the match right now. That is OSM. We'll have to see, can We're Here to Hit Bangers make anything more of this. First minute gone, Cord, and it looks like We're Here to Hit Bangers are just so much more aggressive than they were before.
Yeah, but something that's good for Birds is they're still in it despite this sort of minute of aggression from the Bangers. It doesn't look like it's going to come down anytime soon as Ito, he gets that second goal.
Oh my god, the technique on this. He did it so smoothly too. I wish I could hit anything as sweetly as that. I thought he was at the wrong angle. He was going to struggle with that, but not. He hit it perfectly to make it 2-0.
I think it always comes back to the ones players are the ones that are the sort of highest individually skilled. Might not have the best team plays, but they can always pull out something amazing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, and it looks like Birds are going to get a goal back. No, not quite. That's a very good save from OSM. Coming in from the side, just about getting there in time. Looks for the poor clear. Eichwolf! Oh, that's not how you want to clear the ball. That was a very, very risky moment for Birds, but they do get away with it. Flux clears it downfield.
So he had to slow stuff down there a bit. He almost scored an own goal, which would have been rather awkward.
Yeah, he does very, very well. Ixo, go for the dead one, Flux. I don't think OSM quite realised. And unfortunately, it stays at 2-0, but that was definitely a very, very good chance for We're Here to Hit Bangers.
He's trying to play Flux at his own game. Flux is the sort of demolition master, I guess.
Yeah, as far as this tournament scene, it really is. OSM up for it up. No! No way! Oh my god, Corey, let's see that again.
But OSM, lovely little tap down for Ixo. I mean, it was going into a Flux. He saw Ixo coming. He was like, I can't go up for this. Ixo, he says thank you very, very much. Into the back of the net. Have 3-0 to here for the Bangers. And they are going for that reverse sweep.
I cannot believe what I've just seen. I'll tell you what, if I hit that, I'm leaving the game. I'm running out. I'm doing laps of my road. I can't get over what I've just seen. That was something special. I know I said we're at the highest end of the game right here, but I did not expect that. That was something beautiful. I sincerely hope that has been clear.
I think you'll just do a sort of Forrest Gump, but in Ireland, you'll just run from coast to coast.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Anyway, we will resume back with the action at hand. Ixo. Ooh, he's looking dangerous, Ixo. Looking for that bump, that just a little bit of 50 that nearly works. Flux, again, though, with another save. Flux playing so well on that defensive line and that backwood.
Oh, it's so much aggression coming from here, other bangers as well, and that's really what's changed this game. Because first two games, they was all just equal with the birds. They're just taking it in turns to get the demo. Oh, this game is a complete change around.
Oh my god, Ixo with a perfect demo. He's filling in that Flux role so well. He's making demos, getting in people's way, and OSM very cleverly actually slowing down his dribble just a little bit to allow Ixo the time to demo. It's 4-0 now to We Want to Hit Bangers. They really have stepped it up.
Yeah, it wasn't just the demo as well, which was so good by Ixo. He was denying so much space for Eichwolf to get back in defence. Even if he hadn't demoed him, Eichwolf was never getting anywhere near the ball.
Yeah, that's a good point. Eichwolf with a dunk of his own. OSM can't really get that ball away. It's a great dunk from Flux. He's up early too. Oh, Ixo with another fantastic save. And Eichwolf there to slot it home with a minute 17 coin. These guys have a chance.
Maybe, but it's a very long shot. And I think that's just got to be about the first attempted save I've seen that Ixo's missed, because normally he is so solid. He's just slightly slow for that one.
Yeah, Ixo unlucky. He's made many saves tonight, but that won't be one of them. Birds go for the fake kickoff too, but Ixo up very early to deal with it. But actually, this could be a chance for OSM. Good 50 from Flux, and that ball's going to go sailing towards the orange half. Eichwolf keeping it going, just keeping OSM under pressure. Ixo is also backwards right now. It's not going to be his best positioning, but he just about gets away with it. It's over Flux. Eichwolf though with a very nice challenge. See if he can go again too. That ball not quite in target. OSM really struggling. Actually did very well just then, did Ixo on the backward to slow the ball down.
Every second that ticks away is great news for Here's the Bangers, and it does not man out because they're 5-1 up. There's got to be no way back for the Birds.
Oh my god, Ixo, stop it! The 180, turn it into a 360, and the flick on top. Oh, that was nice. I know Flux struggled off his own post, but Ixo, please, we don't need that. We don't need that showboating on the stream. This is a family-friendly stream.
Gonna have to get that 18 rating out.
Oh, there's a double commit here. Flux can't quite get it on target. Eichwolf just beaten to the ball by Ixo. Flux stopping the attack once again. But Burns really have been given a challenge here right now. We're here to hit bangers. Have stepped up big time. And they're going to make it 6-0. I mean, Corn, is a Brazil on the cards?
I mean, it's literally like... Can we check to see if these are the same Ixo and OSM playing? Because it's so different, it's ridiculous. Birds, they're still playing the same way, but the other bangers, so much more aggression, so much better. It's got to be somebody different playing.
I mean, that server disconnect must have done them the world of good, because they've come out playing so differently than before. Ixo able to make the ball hit the ground, and that is going to be the first game for here for the Bangers. 2-1 overall.
It wasn't even close, and that's saying something when the first two games was literally like a 5-minute overtime and a 2-1 win with a goal in the last 10 seconds. And it's just a 6-1 win out of nowhere. It's just not on the cards.
No, that was completely unexpected. And the one thing I have to say is it's kind of interesting. Ixo and Flux are playing almost the exact same role. They're making fantastic saves off the backwood or on their goal line, and they're both going for demos, trying to get rid of the other guy who's in goal on the opposite team. And I think that's making a really interesting dynamic in this game.
So we only really saw that aggression from Ixo in this game, and I think that definitely gave her an extra 2-3 goals. And I think that's something that Birds maybe need to pick on. They need to cancel out Ixo, and to do that is going to be very, very difficult. And I can't really see it effectively happening. I think Bird's best chance now even being a game up still, is for here the Bangers to suddenly go back to their old playstyle.
Yeah, it's a good point. The only thing at the moment I have against Birds is that Eichwolf just looked a little bit out of it. We weren't talking about him as much in that last game, and that kind of shows that he just wasn't quite there with it all the way through. And I think if he can step up, he may give his team a very, very good chance. Speaking of which, Eichwolf's up right now. Didn't quite work. OSM follows up the clear from Ixo.
Yeah, nice easy save for Ixo. He does those daily.
Yeah, very true. We have to get these guys, at least for me, these guys are on a different planet. Ixo though, can't get to that one. Is Eichwolf around? Yes he is, he's up early. OSM! Oh my god, OSM! Saving it from the ceiling off his own goal. That is something special. And now, we're here to hit bangers with a goal of their own. Ixo finding that very narrow angle.
It's all from that demo as well. He had so much time to score that. And I'm really saying, I think, especially when you're under pressure, that sort of spin around in your goal using the roof of it is the new meta to make the save. So it gets you going the right direction with speed.
Yeah, it's a very fair point. OSM really utilising the momentum he was able to carry from that. We'll have to see how this plays. Eichwolf looks like he's beaten to that. OSM though, luckily for him, with not enough boost. And it's going to stay at 1-0. But these guys have just stepped up so much from that first game. And Birds just look like they're on just a lower level right now. We'll have to, can they step up? Can they get themselves in the game? Got to get the ball away from their goal to start with.
This is a difficult time for the Birds because it's falling to pieces for them. Oh, especially with that as well. Flux landing on Eichel. And he just hits it straight back into Eichel. It's going downhill for Birds. At a game up, I can't see them winning.
Yeah, it looks like we're here to hit bangers. They've really hit their stride. They've got their team going. Haven't said that. Flux with a very, very near miss right there. Eichel gonna have to play it back towards Flux. Oh, Flux didn't quite read it properly. That could have been dangerous. Gets away with it and ekes out. Just shadowing that for now. Not gonna make anything big happen. Goes to dribble on Eichel. Gets a past Flux to start with. Can't get a past Eichel though. And we stay at 1-0. 3 minutes left though, Cohen. There's a lot of time for something special to happen.
Birds really need it as well. They've not looked good since that server went down for maintenance. This server has not been friendly to the Birds.
No, it's a good point. That right there though with OSM's whiff was probably the first time we've ever seen an issue. OSM, gonna have to 1v1 Eichel if it looks like the other two are in their own world right now. I mean, that is always kind of funny to see. I don't know if they've kept it going though. I'm still on board with Eichel. No, okay, they did. They backed out and they've made it a 2v2 again, which is a shame. But we play on, and just over halfway, Cord, do you think there's any chance Birds can get back into this?
It's only a goal. It's only 2 goals down.
Well recovered. Very well recovered. But speaking of recoveries, Ixo's here was beautiful. The first touch, and he's immediately off to get the second. And Eichel just too slow right now. Eichel just doesn't quite seem in the picture for this matchup.
Are we sure it's the same players that came on the pitch? Because Birds have looked completely out of it, and here the Bangers suddenly look like the best players in the world.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Birds just don't look the same as they did before. They look a little bit slower and just a lot less dangerous. We're here to hit bangers. They look like they're on the front foot now. They look like they're really going for the kill. 2 goals up now, to be fair. It's not a lot, but they look so much more in control of this series than they did in the first 2 games.
Oh, it's so impressive to watch as well. When you lose 2 games so close, and suddenly they just became so much better. It's just, oh, it looks like they're going to concede a goal here. Eichel, go on. There we go. Birds, they're back in it. They're only a goal down again, but here for the Bangers. They've overcome many hills. I can't see them not overcoming this.
Yeah, well, here the Bangers. They still have a minute 42 to hold on to make the second win. Don't forget, if Birds actually win this match, they do win the series as a whole and become our winners for tonight's tournament. So we do have to be a little careful about what they say, because Birds are still on the threshold right now, whereas we're here to hit bangers. They have 2 games still to win.
I say, for here the Bangers, it literally just comes down to they're the best team at the moment. Unless they change something, they should come back and win this, because I can't see the Birds doing anything drastic.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We're here to hit bangers. They managed to turn themselves. Can Birds step it up and find that extra gear? It looks like they're putting the pressure on. They've realised this series is slipping away from them. Flux with time to just clear that and boom it back towards the orange half, making OSM use quite a lot of boost in the process.
Yeah, into that last minute. Birds, they still need a goal. And it's just not coming from anywhere. As well, that's a huge change in the amount of shots that's going on as well. There used to be so many more shots per game. It's come down to 3-4 shots per player.
Yeah, it's a very good point. This game has kind of slowed down just a bit more back and forth recently. That's a good hit though. Eichwolf able to get back. It wasn't on target. If it was though, I would have worried for him. Flux getting up very, very early. 30 seconds remaining, going on everyone's screen. OSM! Oh, he was up very early. I thought he could have made something happen there. Not quite able to do it. And Flux able to just get it away for now, but he needs a goal. He needs to make something happen, and it doesn't look like he has the boost to do that.
It's just running out of time for the Birds. It looks like we're going to go into a 5th and decider, and it's just looking so good for We Are The Bangers.
It does. They really do look like they have the front foot, and they will definitely be carrying some momentum into this next match. We're here for the Bangers. They've got their second game win now, and we are going to go to game 5 going.
Yep. And money has got to be on Bangers, of course. Now, look at that. Just 2 goals from 7 shots. If you go back to that first game, what was it? We had 5 goals from 29 shots?
Yeah, it was something insane like that. Yeah, that has to be said. I mean, it's a very good point. Now, let's not forget the first game did go on twice as long. But these guys, they're just, I don't know. Birds have really dropped off, and we're here to hit bangers. They look like they just want it a bit more. They've got so much momentum on the side now. Kind of fear for Birds going into this last game.
It's literally like Here Are The Bangers. They overcame that hill from the first 2 games where they just couldn't quite get over that edge, and now they're over the other side, and there's no stopping them. It's a runaway train.
I mean, it could be. Birds, they're going to have to pull out something special. They're going to have to really step up here and see, can they put We're Here to Hit Bangers under pressure? Because at the moment, We're Here to Hit Bangers look very, very set to win this Rewind Gaming 2v2 Showdown week 17.
Just let the tension settle.
Yeah, here we go, guys. This is it, the final game of the night. Game 5 of the grand final. And to start with, it's a good kickoff from Eichwolf. He's going to get there second. He actually fakes it around Ixo. But Ixo with enough boost to recover. And it looks like Birds are going to start on the front foot, which is a refreshing change. Ixo with a big whiff too. Flux might be able to get there. He does. Doesn't get on target though. Makes a good play off the back, but Eichwolf is there. That's on target. But a good save from OSM keeps the game at 0-0.
It's a very tame shot by Eichwolf as well. OSM it's Ixo forcing the save out of Flux in the end.
Yeah, good, really, really good start from Birds though. Much more positive and aggressive than before. OSM really struggling to get there, but just about manages it. Eichwolf with no boost as it turns out. Unfortunate for him, the ball comes his way, and there's just not a lot he can do with it. So, closing in now, the first minute gone, and we're seeing no goals so far, but the Birds definitely stepping up and playing a lot more aggressively than earlier.
It's one of those really tense games, no goals, both teams working so hard just to break down their opponents. No edgeway as so far, but we are here for the Bangers, just not quite doing enough to get a goal that we've seen in the previous 2 games.
Yeah, no, they're just, at the moment, they don't look quite as dangerous as before, and they're definitely not going to be dangerous if they're not on the pitch. Flux with a very good demo. However, Eichwolf's beaten to that. Ixo can't quite get up. Flux does well to get it away, and OSM with a good clear too. Well, not really clear, but keeps the ball on the blue half. Eichwolf not allowing that to happen. Like, he wants to get it away. Flux unable to join him in that attack, so we stay at 0-0. Nearly 2 minutes played in the court. This looks much more even than before.
Eichwolf, he's worked so hard to get himself that goal.
Oh, well done. That man, a fantastic dunk to start with. And then he finds himself with a bit of a runaway goal, really.
Oh, it's so hard for the Birds to just get that attack as well. Here for the Barons have been so aggressive, so good those last 2 games. This is the first time since the last 10 seconds of the second game Birds have been leading. That's how one way it's been so far.
Yeah, well, that's a good save from OSM. They're going to have to find something big here. We're here to hit bangers. They don't quite look the same as they do before. The Birds are just making things difficult for them right now. I have to see how they play the next 2 minutes 45, and that will decide who is our winner for tonight's tournament.
OSM, he found space that wasn't there.
OSM doing so well to squeeze that on top of the goal, and that is going to be a leveler right there. 1-1 now, and this really could go either way.
My money still is moved over from the Birds to the Bangers, but it's going to be a good game either way.
It's been really good so far. We just have a little bit go. Ixo taking it down, doesn't quite work. Flux able to do that, and a great demo too. Outgolf, can he get there over Ixo? Is Flux there in time? Yes, he is. That is one of the best sort of team goals, team chemistry, great communication we've seen from Birds.
I'm sorry I ever doubted you, Birds. I'm going back on all in for the Birds. I might be going into debt here.
It would take a very brave man to try and predict it at this point. It's still only 2-1. We're here to hit bangers. Definitely have a chance. There's just a lot of time left. Only 1 goal in it, and this really is one of the tightest matchups we've seen of the tournament tonight.
It's all these demos that are coming out now. The demos have just been the story of this final. The team who loses the player concedes the goal.
Yeah, and it's so unfortunate from Ixo too. Ixo has been fantastic on defence. It's a bit unfortunate to see him make that mistake there, but it looks like it's going to happen, and I just hope that we're here to hit bangers. Don't tilt. They do keep the head, but Birds looking strong now. Really want to cement their position as the top dog here. Ixo not finding that kick off at all.
Look, about a minute ago, Dry in chat put Eichwolf hat-trick. Well, he's gone and got it in a game which never had goals in it, so I'm thinking Dry is pulling the strings in the background.
You never know. Maybe Dry is fixing games in the background. I hope not, but maybe Dry is some kind of Rocket League whisperer. Oh, we're here to hit bangers. Got very close just there. 1:55 still to go. There is time. There is still a chance here, but they've just got to do something special. Eichwolf. That's the first time we've seen something spectacular out of him, and it was worth the wait. What a nice flick.
It's like the last 2 games, Eichwolf hasn't had power to his house, and it's suddenly somebody flicked the breaker or something, because Eichwolf, he's reappeared just as good as ever.
Yeah, it was really well done by Eichwolf, and we could see Birds really dominating this match right now. They really are just showing themselves to be a force to be reckoned with. We're here to hit bangers, just not quite able to pull anything out of the bag right now. 1:30 left. They got 4 goals to go. It's a big ask. It's so difficult as well against Birds. They're just so aggressive sometimes. Other times, they're not. And that's what, here for the Bangers, they need the Birds to go back to what they were like in the 3rd game, where they just completely dominated them. I just can't see it happening for the last minute. Yeah, we're seeing just a little bit of panic coming out from We're Here to Hit Bangers, a little bit of overcommit, and that is very well done from Flux, cutting out another attack, and that's going to be 6-1 now to Birds.
Are we looking at the first Brazil of the stream in the final match in the finals? That would be a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, it would be a big statement for any future tournaments. It would be just a very big statement to have a Brazil incoming in the first place. We're seeing out with 50 seconds left, pretty much. That ball bouncing dangerously in front of the blue goal though. That would take away any chances of a Brazil. But I think We're Here to Hit Bangers, they're going to really struggle here. It's just a lot of goals to come back from, just to take the overtime, let's not forget.
I mean, 5 goals, realistically, it's never going to happen. Mathematically, it could, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, and in fact, this might be it here, Flux. That is going to hurt. I'm always to concede to Brazil. A weak shot like this, and then Ike Wolf slamming it home. That's gotta hit.
The Birds. What? I don't understand how they could be so bad for the third and the fourth game, and then play like this in the fifth.
It really has been a series of swings and roundabouts, that has to be said. Really, really good play for both sides, but just none of them consistent to hold it all the way through. Ixo with a very, very nice goal, but it may be a little too late.
So, one goal every 2 seconds with 4 seconds left to get the sixth goal. I'm sure, for the Bangers can do that.
It's a tall order. We'll have to wait and see. Flux, though, is up early. Going to slow the game down. Doesn't quite work out. Ixo going to try his very best. So that countdown happening all the more. It is officially coming harder and harder. When that ball hits the ground, I can announce Birds to be our Rewind Gaming 2v2 Week 17 winners. Very, very well done to those guys. A big congratulations. The prize going their way. And Flux in chat, we hope they gave the viewers something nice. And yes, they did. They were fantastic.
Oh my god. It's just, how can a team be so good in the first 2 games, so bad in the second 2 games, and then just come back for the fifth? It's, I can't describe it. It's so stupid.
It was crazy. It really was a game of swings, roundabouts. But we got there. We finally got to the end. We needed all 5 games to decide it. But we found ourselves a winner in the form of Ike Wolf and Flux making up Birds. And, I mean, deserved winners in the end. It had to be said, Corey.
They put the hard work in. It took a break, and then they came back and put the hard work in again. So, a win's a win. But, I mean, you can't have a good final without 2 good teams. And here for the Bangers, I feel so bad for them. They lost their first 2 games by a goal, and then dominated the next 2 just to disappear at the finishing post.
Yeah, no, if you're aware here to hit Bangers, it was so unlucky. And if they're listening in, they did play fantastically for the most part, and definitely to a higher level than I could ever produce. So I'm not going to criticize them. They had a very, very good tournament. And to get to the final is nothing to be sniffed at. They just fell at the last hurdle. They got themselves into that game 5. The reverse sweep was on. They did so well, and then it just didn't quite happen. It was a real shame.
Yeah. If I know Ixo and basically the whole of the Bangers team, they'll be back potentially for the 3v3 tomorrow, but they'll be back for the 2v2 next week.
I sincerely hope so. That will definitely be something to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pretty much finished up here. That is all the games we got for you tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. It is still, though, I am obliged to remind you, it is still definitely not too late to donate. If you want to donate, just whack in ! Matcherino into that Twitch chat. You will find links required. And let's be fair, these guys gave us a massive matchup here. It was very, very entertaining, and it was something to watch. So, if you do have that spare $1 or 2, I'm sure the Birds would much appreciate it. That is pretty much all for us. Should we do some shameless shout-outs, Cord?
Oh yes, let's do some shameless shout-outs.
Good. I am slightly embarrassed in this regard. I don't actually own a Twitter, but I am part of the Rocket League Ireland Twitter. So if you are here, if you're Irish, or you know anyone who's Irish who plays Rocket League, please encourage them to go join it at @RL_Ireland. We also have a Discord and a Facebook page, and you will be completely set if you get yourself in.
I'd say they also do quite a lot of Irish tournaments, and even if you're not Irish, you can always go there and watch the streams and everything. They're good fun, aren't they, Mr. Forehead?
That is true. If you even slightly enjoy my stream and my voice, then you will find me over at Rocket League Ireland a fair bit. We have a Twitch too, /Rocket League Ireland. And yes, we do tournaments twice a month, so there is some good fun always over there. I think that's all good. I think we're done.
That's all. I think we're done. It's been a ridiculous stream. Words cannot describe. But thank you, Mr. Forehead, for your maiden stream.
Thank you very much. It has been a joy for my first ever stream. Really, really fantastic. Thank you to all of you who watched. Like I said before, it's it's nice to know you're not talking to yourself. It's been really good fun. So thank you all very, very much for watching, and we'll leave it here. There'll be more Rewind Gaming action tomorrow. Let's not forget, for the 3v3 tournament. Hopefully, you'll still all be there by then. Goodbye.